doing this.
Chapter 5, side mission. Take that.
Really, guys?
Thank you, Ninja Man.
Over here, Yagami.
Where are we going?
I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead! Yagami-san!
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
Right, let's do this. The desk. Let's switch it up.
We're here to talk about a murder that took place in Kamurocho yesterday.
A murder?
A coworker of ours named Shintani.
We have a record that he called this center before.
Huh?
We're hoping you can help us track down exactly who he spoke to.
Well...
We're heavy on
could I at least talk to Director Kido instead?
Unfortunately.
He's an old friend of mine. Just let him know Yagami stopped by, to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
Well, that's not what we agreed upon.
Well,
you know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. But we all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
Quite true. Not much point in fighting this now.
Sorry about
the
that.
Minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well.
Oh, this is gonna be long, but let's
just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The Health Minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself.
So, yeah.
I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun, these gentlemen here are Shintani-sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to Waku-san's room.
Who's Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Oh, yeah. And you are... Terasawa-san, huh? Wow, you're young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice try, Shintani-sensei.
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
Ooh,
we're not exactly welcome guests here.
After I busted my ass to pass the bar, I always figured I'd have my pick of the ladies.
Right this way, please. Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the... This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing.
Oh.
You can't get in without a... I suppose because it's the heart...
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Come on, Yagami.
Before he died?
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago.
Some kind of...
Alzheimer's. In fact, it's the cause of...
So, anyway.
Suspicious.
There's a trophy for investigating her, I think. You gotta like do it. Shit.
Hey.
It's weird, you gotta do like... I think it's a buff now as well. There you go. It's a weird trophy. Investigate the bed.
Hey. Has anyone else...
Nobody.
And Waku-san...
That's right. I can't say for...
You don't actually have your rumble.
What the? Hey, the window's sealed shut. There's no... Suspicious. All the rooms seems like...
Well, we own the halls.
I see.
You got all you need from here, yeah?
I think so.
Excellent. I don't think there's any cats to get, so that should be alright.
You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of
Nope.
time?
I got something I'd only get from being...
Does it matter? It's been days. Shinpei Okubo is guilty.
Well, according to him, he's not.
Of course, that's what he says. You want to review the case?
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever you want.
Nice. More
All right.
story time.
Here we go. Our victim was the patient staying in this room. Koichi Waku, male, age 66. At 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime, the nurses noticed he was missing from his bed. Given Waku's degenerative state, they assumed he was wandering around the hospital, but after being unable to track him down, hospital staff filed a missing persons report.
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine they'd make it outside on their own. The only conclusion then was that somebody must have taken him out of the hospital. After inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, they were left with one possible suspect, a laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo. It didn't take much prodding for Okubo to confess, burying Waku's body, and lo and behold, 3 months after Waku disappeared, cause of death was most likely suffocation. Any objections to this so...
Actually, yeah. You're forgetting something.
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone. All he admits to is dumping the body.
Oh, sure. But come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, roughed up his girlfriend, accidentally broke...
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on trial for.
True.
I don't condone what he did.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shake? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general ward. Clay, who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
We're meeting with Okubo after this, right? You should just be honest with him. Tell him the case is unwinnable.
Are you two done here?
Yep. Can you show us the garage? The service entrance, I think it was.
Two cats just ran past and almost like attacked me. It was unreal.
We'll need to take an elevator down there.
I like how this mission's in the past.
Follow me.
Cool. Obviously, if you're a fan of the Yakuza games, Like a Dragon's out now, and I'm looking forward to getting that. Why is she walking so slow? Run? No, she will not run. Apologies for probably a bit of a more boring bit of the game than I anticipated streaming tonight. But once we get back to the main map, we'll definitely do some side missions and get my city rank up a bit.
Hey, Yagami. You're never gonna last if you keep taking criminal suits or a constant test of your... They don't even pay that well.
Careful who you say that around.
Look, just take it from me. I've been around the block way longer than you. Looks like a regular old...
You'd make it up.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they used to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. It would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right...
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh, the truck was parked here.
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim was... That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they
There was evidence that the body was in Okubo.
Okay, what do we do now? Investigate. Oh, no. Can't go out that way, right, so... to her, I'll talk to her.
When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on the day of the crime.
Yeah, 7:50 to be precise. An ADDC scientist will be testifying to that. He claims he saw him nice and cozy.
See.
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down.
They're not willing to make an exception?
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami.
All right. Anyway.
That's right. Breakfast is on the day of his disappearance, 8:30.
You thought you'd find him quickly.
Right.
What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda-sensei's reputation.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
If you like, I could take you to see...
You don't mind? Oh, that would be great.
Right, let's have another investigate. Or do I just talk to her?
Are you...
No, I'll keep looking.
The window's sealed shut. Walk.
Yeah, I've finished.
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything new there.
How long will Okubo-san's sentence be?
Huh?
If he's found guilty, that is.
Probably 10 years, maybe more.
And what if he confesses?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression that...
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo...
If he's really not guilty, he won't have to. But to be perfectly honest, this is my first criminal case.
What?
Civil cases have been a mixed bag for me, too.
Is that so?
Apparently, a smart lawyer would never even consider an innocent plea. I guess it's a good thing that I'm not so smart then. Terasawa-san, were you close to Okubo-kun?
I spoke to him pretty often, yes. I would see him around the ward all the time.
And what did you think of him? Did he...
I'm sorry.
Wait! If you know anything that can help, just get in touch, okay? I'll do whatever it takes to set Okubo-kun free, but I can't do it alone.
Oh god, this is
Just
really
now,
story heavy.
We went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And? How did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey!
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
It's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
Average 3 again for this stream.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
Keep it going.
On the day of the... starting at 8 a.m.
Yes.
And after that, you covered Waku-san.
That's not true. I didn't see him at all that day.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes.
Then, after debating whether or not to report...
I had a criminal assault on my record.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood?
Huh?
Bad blood?
3 days before the murder, Waku-san claimed Okubo. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa. Even...
Well...
Not quite. They call it it's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the... Not the easiest thing to deal. Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? So when Waku-san tried to hit you...
But I didn't hit him.
No.
I wouldn't kill a man over...
Come on.
Come on, Okubo-kun. You gotta...
It wasn't me. I swear. Somebody set me up, please. You have to believe me.
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei.
I do.
Okay.
Fine. I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei can cuddle...
Hey. You know that nurse? It sounded like she was worried about you. Bet you'd have a chance with her.
I don't know.
Such foreshadowing of obviously what happens at the start and the murder and all that. Right, we're back in modern time. We're back in current day. Can hear any background noise? That's definitely my cats fighting. Oh, we're still in the past.
So Shintani just left you. He's got to learn some damn.
Maybe so. But this is...
I wonder if the rest of the
Yagami-san.
chapter is going to be in the past then.
Have you seen Mafio lately?
Where's this coming from?
She's just not that great with... I suggest you be more...
Right.
You mean that? She's got Shintani. Said he'd have been nicer.
Hey, nothing. Regardless, keep it...
Yet?
No, can't go out. Must be able to talk to him again then.
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor.
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first.
That's the plan.
What is
Story
your
time
plan
again.
here?
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence.
Yeah?
What should I pick? Oh, that's it, isn't it? The evidence, I think.
Take a look at this. It's the hospital room the victim... This is the last place Waku-san was seen. At the time, the witness would have seen Waku-san from this angle through the window in the door. But the cabinet here would have been blocking his face.
Nailed it.
In other words, there's room to argue that the witness never actually saw Waku-san to begin. It might have just looked like there was somebody in there. Or maybe the killer said...
And how would that impact...
Well, the premise that the victim was still alive at 8 o'clock would no longer be on the table. Meaning, the crime could have occurred during a much wider time range. With that in mind, we could claim there's no proof that Okubo took Waku-san out.
Right.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here!
That bastard.
What the hell? Hey! Wait up!
Excellent, we got a chase sequence, we got some action. Let's do this.
You won't get away!
Well, I've got him easily.
Hold up!
Or her. Be a woman. Oh no! Got coffee.
You won't get away!
Cut him off. Oh, excellent. Look at that.
Hold up!
Oh, surely I've got him now. There we go. It is a woman. See?
A woman?
Help!
He's surprised
Someone
as well.
help me!
Aren't you?
Let me go!
We got a groper out here?
Ah, here we go.
Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
Oh, I've got less health now as well. Back. I guess you're just trying to take it from Now it's done. We're getting some action on the stream now. It's good.
Can all lawyers fight like that?
No, just me.
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. Then that pig-headed friend of yours...
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have... Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him...
Uh-huh.
Well, he's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right-hand man.
This is him?
Yes. He's a very dedicated doctor, so the nurses have a... But something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the...
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku... I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How... That's not something a nurse could do without consequences. And if it came to a courtroom testimony...
None of you would testify?
Maybe the other nurses wouldn't, but I would. I never...
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san...
Oh, really?
Nice. I think the rest of this chapter is going to be in the past. Oh, here we go, the courthouse.
I'm currently employed. Part of our research on the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
And what time was that?
Around...
You're sure?
Yes, the patient... I always head to the break room myself.
This break room, to be precise?
That's correct. Our more mobile patients... Then, while the nurses help the patients...
And on the day of Waku-san's disappearance, you passed by his room before going to the break room?
Yes.
And in that room, you saw Waku-san lying on the bed?
Yes.
Can you describe the situation to us?
The door has a window, so...
And this is the room you're referring to?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, he was asleep, with a
And what time was...
Around 7:50.
No further question.
Lay that evidence on him.
She actually asked to testify.
Not really.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's...
Yes.
And what is your opinion on...
For a scientist, I felt his wording was and as a medical professional, I felt...
Could I ask you to be a little more specific?
Oh, here we go.
Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during... However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hallway.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony.
that bit of evidence out again.
Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victim's room as viewed from the... In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked it. Waku-san was already dead. At the time, the defendant hadn't yet collected, meaning Okubo-san could not...
Assuming that's why, did he go through the trouble of hiding?
Huh? Well...
Please.
I forgot to say.
Sorry. Let me start over. Our witness... However, I'm not convinced...
Oh, we gotta go round 2.
It's a photograph. In other words... Shono-san was lying when he said what he saw from the door was he couldn't have been able to identify. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like quite an
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not?
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room when checking in on a patient. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by looking in from the hallway. There was actually one time a while back where we thought he was under the cover, only to find Waku-san eating in the break room and upon re-examining the room, we realized that we had mistaken a bunched-up pillow for Waku-san.
The witness makes an important The prosecution asserts that Shono-san's testimony that the victim was taken out of his room at some point. They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, as the defense asserts, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night when nobody else was around. After which, the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body in the defendant's truck. In other words, rendering the prosecution's central argument unsound. Your Honor, taking this new testimony... Shono-san.
Yes?
I'll get right to on the day of the crime. What did you see when you looked?
I saw...
And did you get a clear look at it?
I don't...
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than or maybe even a pillow that you... Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense is...
Sustained. Please rephrase the question.
Shono-san, can you say without a doubt that Waku-san was in that bed when you checked on him?
Got him.
I don't think...
Then the defense rests. But I do have a quick remark for the prosecution.
Huh?
Alright, Tuki.
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's the only possible... Assuming the crime took place within this... However, the defense has proven... I would suggest then that you withdraw with such inconclusive evidence. You'll only be wasting the court's precious time.
The prosecution does not consider the witness his memory of the incident.
So, this promising young man's future is at stake, and you're willing to throw that away on unreliable testimony?
Dr. Shono is a bright and diligent researcher. After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, he vowed to create a drug that could, after paying his own way through medical school, he went on to become the head researcher at the ADDC, leading to his valiant testimony here today. If you want to know whether I trust this man, then my answer is a resounding yes.
In other words, because he's such a great researcher, his testimony is infallible. His own admission that he's not sure is somehow overlooked? Is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like...
The prosecution is not as easily swayed, and you want to talk reputation. 6 years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend, and the cause? Now, fast forward to what occurred a few days... Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing his wallet, given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here. That...
Is something wrong, ma'am?
See, lots of cutscene, lots of story time. But we'll get to some action soon, hopefully.
Terasawa-san?
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault.
Yeah.
So there was
I've never
no
played
reason
those
for him to resort to
games.
murder.
I actually do want to give them a go.
Please.
Okubo-san really is an incredible, caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating.
Oh, the memes are excellent.
Even though he knew he could have ended up in prison.
Oh god, I wish it would get to some
making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is!
Because it's done by Sega, it's almost like
but when the prosecution
combat
has already
like
decided he's a criminal,
Streets of Rage
how could he possibly
style.
be given a fair trial?
Like if you like an evolution of it. Or published by Sega. I think it'll make it now.
Her little outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
I do need to play Streets 4. It is on my list of things to play. I'm a bit reluctant to get anything new at the moment, as I've got a PS5 coming in, and I don't want to start anything because I want to know if the save could transfer over, as some of the saves are not transfer. Right, we're back in the modern time. Now with the flashbacks.
Hi.
Something wrong? But
I haven't seen you in about 3 years.
you look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to...
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho now. The name's Yagami.
Ah, I remember now. You remember Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable.
Shono-san, right? I'm investigating a murder, and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Yeah, it was an absolute... Well, it wasn't a mission to get the pre-order, but I just so happened to have a spare hour or two when I was...
It does seem we...
Do you know who he was calling?
On the delivery at work, I was in the passenger seat in the car,
Dr.
so I
Shono.
just sort of
The
sat
same
there
Shono-san you
in a
were...
virtual queue.
Yes. However, it's
waiting,
unclear as to what the point of the call was meant to be.
So
Shono was away from his desk at the...
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None.
Oh, really?
Sometimes complete strangers pretend to be... Perhaps Shintani-san fell into that...
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamura 3 Yakuza? Shintani was killed in the same...
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything...
Huh?
15 minutes.
I believe we're done here. There's nothing I...
Please stop!
Who are you?
Detective Kuroiwa, Kamuro Police, Organized Crime. One of your guests here has information related to the... That would be you, Yagami.
Hmm?
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder...
Is that so?
Well, I've at least done chapter 5 now. On to chapter 6. I'll give you a little recap at the start of the chapter.
The mole's latest victim was the lawyer, Shintani. The last call he made brings the case that ruined Yagami 3 years ago back to the surface. A patient was taken from a hospital and found buried in the mountains. Yagami defended the suspect, Shinpei Okubo, and got an acquittal. But 1 month later, he murdered his girlfriend Emi Terasawa with a kitchen knife and burned the remains.
Here we go, chapter 6.
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer...
Is that so?
I'm Hoshino, an attorney at Genda Law Office. Officer, is this interview...
It is.
It's your call, Yagami.
I think I'll pass.
Excuse me?
You have your answer, sir.
You can make this easier if you come now.
Your empty threats don't...
Can you take this elsewhere?
Too bad he's not a lawyer anymore then. Your friend's nothing. Just come along quietly.
Why do you suspect me anyway?
I can come up with a few good...
Enough! Get the heck...
You'll regret this,
Kuroiwa-san.
You too.
Before we go, can we speak? We need to know Aishin.
Listen, I already told you now. Please.
No problem.
Right. Story time's over. Hopefully.
This is really getting out. I can't believe...
Yeah.
Gameplay time.
But what I'm more interested in is how he even knew where to find...
That's a good point.
Beats me. For now, let's focus on show.
Agreed.
Here we go.
Can I help you?
Actually, I've already been here. I was just...
Oh, of course.
Well, not exactly. Where would I be able to find...
Let me see. That...
Probably need a gold key.
That's correct, sir. I should be able to lend you... Just give me a moment.
Actually, never mind. I'll try back later.
Are you sure?
Good call. There's no...
At least now we know...
Yeah.
Suspicious. Suspicious. This leads to the research wing.
The receptionist said he would be in the... Huh. Well...
Hey. What the... Hey. Some kind of security gate, huh? What the... The service entrance parking lot. This is where Okubo's...
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
This is one of Shono-san's research.
Oh?
My name's Hashimoto. I can...
Are you sure?
Of course.
Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Right this way.
I really appreciate this, Hashimoto-san. I'm Yagami.
And I'm Hoshino. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm glad to help a guest of director. This place is so massive. I hope you're okay with walking.
Oh, that's totally okay. Oh, by the way, we'll be meeting Shono-san in...
The research wing.
So, Hashimoto's...
I'm part of the team developed. Dr. Shono is the head of that.
Speaking of...
Well, the AD comes from the name of the center. The Advanced Drug Development. And it's the 9th drug our department's developed.
Oh, that was surprisingly easy.
It'll be the first dementia-curing drug. Seems like it's really getting fast, but there's a lot, right?
That's right.
A couple 100,000, at least.
Right. As of 2012...
That many?
By 2025, that number will increase to at least 7. That's 1 in every...
Yikes.
However, as a nation, we're already at... In many cases, people over 60 are stuck worldwide. It's estimated. In other words, AD9 could save the world.
I gotta say...
Director Kido will go down in history.
A lot's changed in 3 years.
Be nice.
Oh, I thought the cutscene was over. We're now in cutscene city.
Dr. Shono is right of... Well, if you'll excuse...
Shono-san.
Yagami-san?
Hey, calm down. I just want to talk.
I can't do that. Kido-san doesn't know you're here. Does he?
Is there a problem? I've never heard you raise your voice, Shono-san. My name is I'm here from the Ministry of Health, offering political support to AD9's development.
Kido-san called you vice minister.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it did.
Pretty lofty. You can boss science.
So I see.
Shono-san, please. We'll leave right after we're done. Promise.
I already told
I need you to tell me.
It's like
Shintani?
This is important,
like a proper
Shono.
Japanese.
Please! I don't! Now get out of here!
Movie style, especially
Do what you
the
want.
other Yakuza, like Yakuza games. This is a sort of spin-off. We'll go for that.
After Shintani was murdered, 3 other near-identical murders. Are you aware of that?
Of course I am.
And you still have no idea why Shintani called you?
No, I don't.
What the?
Kido-san.
Here we go.
I believe I told you to...
I wanted to ask about
About which I already said
and I needed to hear that from...
Enough.
We were just Come on, Hoshino-kun.
I'll be filing a complaint with the Bar Association.
The minister?
That's right. And he won't tolerate...
The thing is, that's why I've got it. I love the Yakuza games. I think they're absolutely amazing. I haven't played all of them,
I feel like we came up empty-handed.
Kiwami, and
Why
5.
would Shintani-sensei have called Shono-san? Yagami-san?
That wasn't the first time I've heard about Minister Kazumi.
Huh?
When was it, though? Who was talking to me about the Ministry of Health? Maybe it was Muff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I picked the wrong one there.
Maybe it was Ken.
I wouldn't even... I know...
In that...
Oh, well,
it must have been definitely.
There
You
we
were
go.
Apparently, a while back,
It
one
is
of the.
set in the same city.
You'd think he'd go to.
as
What would
the
he gain
Yakuza
from
games.
meeting Kazumi?
The map
That's
is pretty
true.
much exactly the same.
I
So
don't
I've
know.
played this map about 4
In that
times.
case, maybe...
Who?
4 or 5
Sugiura-san.
times, so I know
Oh, yeah.
my way around the map like it's the back of my hand. They are really fun, the Yakuza
So
games.
you want to
That's
know
what
how
I mean,
Kajihira
the
and
combat is
Kazumi are
exactly the
connected?
same as the Yakuza games.
Yeah. Any way you can find that out?
Not.
Thanks.
You're still at the AD.
Right, here we go. We're back on the main map now. Yeah, exactly. I just know that map so well. It's cool. Right, we're actually going to get into. Hopefully, we're actually going to get into it. I'll do a bit of the side stories, as they're really fun and just weird.
Oh, Yagami. I'm apparently a journalist.
Me?
It sounds like he's anyway, I'll go. Nah.
Why?
Too much responsibility for a guy.
Okay.
I don't know that it will. Being a professional sidekick for the rest of my life? I'll see you later.
Right, here we go. It's cool. Right. So, do we have any side missions? Yes, we do. Let's go to that one. It is, yeah, it is a, oh, here we go. Something's going on. It is a cool aspect of it. It's the Kimacho, where we're at, and it's in about 4 or 5 of the games. There's other locations in it, which are different maps, but that is the main one.
Nah.
A quick starter, Kickstarter parody. Come on.
Huh?
There's lots of cool parodies of like American stuff as well in it, which is quite cool. Okay. Alright. Right. Let's see what this does. Yes. Let's do one more. I have no idea what this does. Get some upgrades. Any more? No, cool. Right, side mission time. I won't go to that main story yet. Surprised no one's tried to find me yet. Ah, it's the bomber guy.
Hey.
There's a new bomb, just one. Stop it. Your hint is pigeon coos among the cherry blossoms. Right. Gotta figure this out.
Yagamishi.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Should be able to figure this out.
Naturally. Yagamishi.
Pigeon cooing. Sounds like. I think it's. Where's the popo? That's the Marsha. I think it's a popo. Let's give that a go. I think it's the popo because there's like around there. Come on, get there. Pick that up quickly.
Out of the way! Really, guys?
There we go. Sorted. Got the Pope on Pink Street. Oh, I can hear it. Excellent. Awesome. Oh, he's got a mask on already. You can see the future.
Huh?
Oh my god. This game is just crazy. Why it's amazing. I'm gonna have to fight him. Excellent.
Guess we're doing this.
Yes, we're fighting him. Fighting mode.
Let's finish this!
Maybe we can't see what's going on behind there. Sorted. Nice, that's all the bomber missions done. Right. Case files. I'm gonna click off all them because for some reason I have to do this. I have to get rid of all the new stuff. It's almost like a type of video game, like obsession. Side case, that one's done. Can't do that one. That one is done as well. So any more side stories? No, but I'm gonna go pop into here and see if I can raise my city rank. Pardon me. Which one allows you to do more sub-stories.
Yagami-san.
Nah, no, not yet.
Back to it.
Get some health back, and that should raise the bar on that one.
Yep.
Oh, nearly there. I only need to do that one more time with her. Right, let's crack on with some story then. Aha. There's my mate.
What's up?
Doc. Doc.
Huh?
Excellent. You also, when you drink alcohol in this, you get like a drunk meter, like which obviously messes with your actions and all that.
Kaito!
Yo.
Yep. Yep.
Come on.
カイト、相棒。
Oh, excellent. A side case, sweet. No drinking this time. Where's he at? Where's my marker? Why's he got an X there? He's probably at... Don't know why that's there. Let's go to the office.
You asked for it.
Get allies with you as well.
What a waste.
楽しかったでござるよ。
Maybe it'll tell me on the case file. Ah, the business card. Okay. Takeki Alley, Yakuzawa building. Right, where's Takeki Alley? Aha. Oh, I'm really near it, excellent. Oh, I can pick that up. Yep.
Huh? Hmm?
Tuck.
Hey.
カイト。
Oh my god, they're going everywhere. gather some intel. Again, I'm not being given a marker, so I'll use the smarts here. Or just see what the case file says. Check out Tender and the city's gathered. Let's go Tender then.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Talk.
Hello?
Now just cheers for everyone for watching. This has been a good and successful stream I think tonight. One chapter done, a few sightseeing missions done, and like a good average watch. Don't think I'll be on for much longer, but you never know.
Duck.
Nope.
Nope.
Yo.
He's not pleased with me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, getting the numbers up. Oh, congratulations! I saw you were affiliate, I think, when I checked your last stream, which must have been awesome. Hope it won't take too long for me to get there.
Really, guys?
Excellent. That must have been so. That must have just been so awesome. Alright. So much for sleep, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's quite late here at the moment, so I am probably going to get some sleep soon. But good numbers going, so it's quite, you know, it's quite hard to stop.
What? Oh.
Now I think eventually I'm going to stream some, because I've got Days Gone, and I started it and haven't really played much of it. But it's getting enough grades on the PS5, so when that happens I might swap it over and give it a good go. Because I'm only going to be able to get one PS5 game, I reckon, because it's so expensive. Now probably be Demon Souls.
Huh?
I'll stream that, because get ready for some Souls pain, I think.
Aibo!
Yeah.
Huh?
Doc.
Kaito!
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome. That's like, because it's quite a long game.
Yeah.
Like, from what I've heard. That is really awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Talk!
I think I've already died a couple times.
Let's finish this! Give me all you got!
Pumped up. Well, sometimes personal achievement on games is the best, but it is good when you get trophies for things.
Let go!
That's not hellfire.
Let's go then!
You've obviously got grind patience, which I do have a little bit. Just have that patience when it comes to playing games. It's pretty cool. I have it a little bit, but not as much as I think you have. Come on, I should be using that. Hiya!
Huh?
Oh, let's get some emotional music going.
Huh?
He obviously likes tack more.
Yo.
Kaito!
Now I'm going to fight him now as well, aren't I? Oh, his crew.
Kaito!
Guess we're doing this.
Yes, we are. The other fight No, not the DLC. Sorry about that. I went on the DLC accidentally.
Get the hell up!
Have that.
Hey.
Duck.
Their friendship is cool in this game. How are they gonna do them? Ah, cheesy Japanese awesomeness.
Yagami-san? Want to meet up and talk Kachihira? Heard of a...
Unfortunately, yeah. How do y'all know this?
Always. It's just why I love these games. It's why I love Japanese games as well. It's so dramatic. It's just over the top and amazing.
Hey.
It's like Persona 5 is one of my favourite games this generation, and it's just so mega and amazing. Long though. Right, let's try and hit him.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Take that.
It's me. Hmm?
Yeah.
Till next time. Nice. Right, what's the time? Oh, it's 11:30 where I am. So you know what? I've got work tomorrow, so I am going to save it. And I am going to call it a day there. So thank you to everyone who has watched. This has been an awesome stream. To anyone who's been chatting, it has been absolutely amazing. I will probably be doing, maybe not tomorrow evening I'll be doing this, but definitely tomorrow afternoon after I get in from work, because I finish work early. So check out, I'll be doing more chapter 6 and everything. Thank you for watching everyone, and goodbye. Right.